Hello, this is a new series. I'm calling this Bubba, Sassy at Safeway. Now, as you can see, if I get out far enough, you'll see I'm actually at Aldi's at the moment. But my stories today, our drama started at Safeway. We see there's the Aldi sign. So I'm at Aldi's now, but the drama again started at Safeway. So we're going to we'll go back 20 minutes in time. And I'm going to Safeway, and I'm shopping, and I come to the checkout. So the checkout, I'm walking this off. This is one of those, this is me stressed, and I'm walking this off. So I go to Safeway, and I'm at the checkout. I come to the checkout, and the lady who is ringing people up, the checker, so to speak, and I'm the checkee. So the checker says, excuse me, sir, it's going to be a while. The lady right here forgot her money and has to go back to her car. So, as is the normal response to that, I say, okay, I'm good. So then a couple of minutes later, she says, excuse me, sir, it's going to be a while. She had to go to her car and get her money. And I said, yes, I remember when you told me the last time. I'm good. So then somebody walks by and is just walking by and looks in the aisle where I'm standing. So they're either looking at the aisle or looking at my butt. I don't know which. But the woman holds up her hand and says, excuse me, there's going to be a wait here. The lady forgot her money. So that person doesn't get in line, and she never stopped. She never hesitated, so she was never going to get in the line. So then she rings up the lady. The lady finally comes in that had forgotten her money. She rings her up. Then she rings me up. And the lady in front of the lady in the aisle next to me needs change for 100. Needs 20s. So my checker stops what she's doing, holds me up again, and says, "Let me get some 20s." So she counts out the 20s, and they go through the whole blah 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 blah, and she gives her the 20s. So they had the protein premier protein shakes, easy for me to say, on sale on a Friday special at Safeway for $5. And of course they had 0 of them. So I say, I need a rain check. She says, I've never done a rain check. I don't know how to do a rain check. So she just yells out to anyone listening, does anybody know how to do a rain check? So the nice lady in the next aisle over says, yes, I know how to do a rain check. They, all you do is open your drawer, get a rain check thing out, fill it out, and give it to him. So she opens up her drawer. Of course, there's no rain checks in there. So then the person beside of her asks another question. So she tells me to wait while she answers whatever the question is. Of course, she doesn't know the answer to it. So flip back to the lady who left her money in the car. So she decides that she forgot to get cigarettes. So she comes back and she gets back in line and she yells over to the customer service girl, I need cigarettes, and she tells her what kind she needs, a specific kind. You know, I'm not a smoker, but people who smoke often have very specific, I like, menthol light, mocha loca, or whatever. So she says she wants some kind of light, and the girl working the cashier says, the customer service, this is the person who knows everything because she's customer service. She says, we don't have those kinds. And the woman who left her money in the car says, how can people be so damn dumb? I can see them from where I'm standing. They're right up at the top. And the woman says, yeah, I don't see them. So then she stomps around me and stomps over there and shows her where they are. It turns out they do have them. So the customer service lady didn't know as much as the customee. So she gives her cigarettes, she gets in line. And I think to myself, I don't know, how could someone be so dumb as to leave their money in the car? But of course, believe it or not, I have done that a few times. So anyway, then she says, she's fussing the whole time about the girl not knowing where the cigarettes are. So then my checker decides she doesn't have time to do a rain check. So she says, go over to the customer service and do the rain check. And she go over there, and the woman over there says, it's filling out my rain check thing. It all seems to be going well. And then all of a sudden she gets to what the store number is. So she yells, does anybody know what our store number is? Now this is the customer service person. So part of being a customer service rep is you know everything about the store. You would think they would start out with, I know what my store number is. I said, I don't come here enough to know what it is. She sort of makes a face. So anyway, somebody yells out the store number. She writes it down and she gives it to me. And I'm on my way. I feel like saying, muttering under my breath, how can you be so damn dumb? So, fast forward, I go to Aldi's. Now, I've already been through this trauma of Sassy at Safeway, so I know Aldi's is not going to be a good place. So I get in line, and there are lines way back, all the way back through the store, and every cart is full. Today's Friday, right? But you would think on Friday, if your name is Fry, you would get quicker service, right? You just hold up the Fry card and you go right on in. But it doesn't work that way. So I finally get in line, and a guy comes and he opens up a new aisle and he says, hey, you can come over here if you want. Next person in line. So the person in front of me goes to it and I head toward it. Another lady in one of the long lines beside me starts to cut in front of me. So I glare at her and I say, you try it. I'll cut you. Now, part of this story is embellished for the sake of a funnier video, and you can guess which part is embellished. So then we check out, and I already know going into Aldi's, they're not a customer service person. One of the reasons you can save money at Aldi's is because they don't train their employees on customer service, right? You don't have to, to work there, you don't have to be concerned about customer service. All you have to be worried about is moving product. So then they ring everything up. I put the stuff in my bag. The lady who checked out in front of me says, excuse me, sir, did you get two things of strawberries? Again, strawberries are $1.29 a pound. And in fact, I'm going to be working this weekend, so I'll be in. So I did get two. I said, well, yes, ma'am, I did. She said, well, I have one here and I didn't order it. So, of course, I have no change, and they're $1.29. So I say, oh, well, we'll just clear it up. And so I just give her $2. So she says, no, you don't have to give me $2. Only $1.29. I'll give you $1 back. So I paid $1 for the one thing of strawberries. So deal. But that's an example of two customers working together and getting it done. Get her done. So I am now at Aldi's, and I was going to go to Wise, but I've already had Sassy at Safeway, the usual at Aldi's, so I may skip Wise today. I don't need the pressure, right? Everybody have a good day. And it's another hot one. You can see I'm sweating a little bit. There's some sweat on my brow because it is hot. It's a hot, steamy day. And again, I haven't even looked in a mirror.